What is up, guys? It's your boy, I Open Toys 44 here, and today we are wrapping up the unboxing haul, the haul from Japan. I'm going to test my audio on my computer as I always do on every single one of these streams. Why do I sound chopped? Oh, it's because there's an echo from my headset. Okay, sounds good. Alrighty, cool. So I'll wait for a couple people to join in and I'll start cracking open some toys. You can kind of see me in the reflection. That's very, it's very personal. I'm here. I am a person. And we're live. So, hello people. You can, that's so weird. It's so weird being seen in the reflection of things. Because it's like, it's me, but I'm distorted and like low quality. So let me get the lo-fi up and we'll start opening toys. This has been a very nice week of live stream, good vibes, and content. So yeah, I'm a bit sad I don't have any more toys to open after this. But I'm also glad. My wallet's not glad, but I'm glad, Alright, we got the lo-fi rolling in. I'm decided to switch things up. I chose Chainsaw Man Lo-Fi. Even though I opened Chainsaw Man on the first stream, I don't care. Shut up. I like Chainsaw Man music. What can I say? So, yeah. This is the finale to the toy hunt stuff in Tokyo and Osaka. If I'm saying that correctly. Bought a lot of stuff. But if you did watch what the freak? If you did watch my Tokyo and Osaka haul, you'd notice I talked about this figure, this figure, this figure. I didn't talk about this. And it's because I kind of clickbaited. I got this from Ami Ami shortly after returning to the US, along with Joseph, who I opened in the last stream. So, I think we're going to start with Guts, because he's technically the most recent. But, yeah. So, love Guts. And he was cheap. He was like 50... Yeah, it's 50? Maybe 60? 60 bucks on Ami Ami? Maybe even cheaper. No, probably 50. 50, 55. So, yeah. We'll crack open to him now. Get out of here, Goku. Alright, let's just, yeah, this sounds good. We'll just put this over there, and we'll get to Guts. Alright, let's do it! This figure's been out for almost a year, and I'm late to the party, but I don't care. This is my first Berserk figure, because I've heard every other figure in the line is garbage. What's up, Naya? Hope I'm saying your name correctly. Yeah. No, not every figure's garbage, but the first two Guts figures I heard were iffy at best. I'm new, it's okay. Alright, cool. Welcome. We're opening toys because, yeah, I have a lot. Ooh, that's sick. I don't have many, figures with box art like this. Whoa! It's Griffith! It's the guy! Oh my god, that is sick as hell. Wow, I might display that with the figure. And then here's instructions if you don't know how to play with a frickin' toy. I might not know how to play with a frickin' toy. Why does it sound like L's theme? It's not, it's Chainsaw's Blood. Wow, okay. Yeah, that's sick art. I'm not a big art guy, but I don't know. I've been growing a fonder appreciation for hand-drawn stuff as compared to, like, the digital, like, pencil-made stuff. So, yeah, it's pretty neat. Alright, so a big draw to this figure I had was the cape. And not just because cloth goods are goated, but I could put this figure on, or put this cape on Usopp and make like a makeshift sniper god. But I also need the mask for that. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. This isn't a cape review, though. 2-2 Soccer Games, welcome to this stream. I'm just gonna toss this, yeah. We'll look into the figure first. Without the cape. Nakey Jakey style. I don't know why I'm saying these things. Either way, I might have had a Mountain Dew earlier. Wow. Question of the day. Have you seen Berserk? Or, I guess, read? Watched? Do you know anything about Berserk? So let me know. Because I'm a pretty, I'm not a major fan, but I'm pretty in there. It's a bit heavy for me at times, so I can't get too into Berserk, but it's pretty cool. What's up, Max Reviews? Glad to see you're back. What's up, Tutu? How's it going? Alright, I'll leave that little plastic wrap. Here he is, dude. This is Guts. This is Mr. Berserk himself. Yes, I've read the manga. I haven't read all of it, but it's good. It's a good... It's not, like, heavy in the sense that, like, it depresses me greatly, but it's just, like... I don't know. It's a lot. It's just, like... Reading some things I have to, like, take stops in, not because it's, like, weighing on my conscience, but, like, it's a lot of information to absorb. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's just a bunch of... Yeah. Sick. Guts so chopped. Shut up! Guts is awesome. And white. He's more like yellow. Guts is awesome. He's cool. He's literally me. He's the guy from the Sigma Funk edits. He's here. Sigma Funk King. Sigma Funk Guts. He's here. He's real. Alright, so head's on a double ball peg. The neck doesn't move. That's interesting. So, I really like how they did the butterfly joint, and I don't know if it's like this on the other Berserk figures, but you get some really great inward range, and it's like the butterfly joint is his skin, like it's his shoulder, or like the inside of his shoulder, which I think is pretty awesome. Just dropping in to say hi. Whoa, careful with that salute. Oh, okay, fishy. Oh, okay. Alright, sounds good, dude. Yeah, dude. This is sick. I don't know why his fists weren't on by default, so it actually does kind of make it look like he's saluting if I raise the arm the wrong way. That's disturbing. Shoulders don't seem to get in the way at all, so that's pretty unique for a figure this covered in armor. And look at that double ball. Guys, I almost broke the figure. I just opened him. Yeah, it's gonna get clipped. Alright, so double bend at the... Alright, so I'm already breaking the toy. 2 seconds out the box. They call me the Dismantler. Gotta go sexy, see you later. Alright, dude. Sounds good. I'll just break this off camera. Alright, that's a little zesty pose. Yeah, so pretty... He's a little tight. Pretty good range so far. Ab crunch. Yo. Guys, it's not the figure's fault, it's mine, because I don't know its limits. I typically don't break figures this quickly, if at all. This is a new record. 3 break-ins in 1 video. I don't know if it's a quality control or if this is above average tier for figures in the Berserk line, by the way. I think stuff popping out is more common on the other releases. I don't know. There's Isidro, which might be a good figure, but people don't read the manga, so that's unfortunate. And then there's Shirke. I don't know if I'm saying their names right, but there's those two, and they seem like good figures, but, you know, they're manga characters. People don't know the manga. They know Guts, Griffith, and Casca. That's all they know. That's all that may as well matter. Alright, so legs are a bit interesting. They kind of, because of his little crotchy botchy, he when he lifts his leg out, they kind of go to the side, but that's at least 90, right? It's not bad. The double bend at the knee is awesome, and it's concealed really well. There's a bit, I think there is a swivel here. The thigh is covered by the belt, which is very nice. I don't really know if that's useful. Some people argue if a thigh cut's really necessary on an action figure, but I mean, he can kick back and forward pretty well. It just goes to the side a little bit. Really great splits for a figure covered in armor, and again with that little diaper crotchy botchy. That's what I'm calling it. Shut up. Yeah, good pivot too. He's got little cowboy boots. I didn't even know he wore these. There's no ball. The ball's on the inside of the boot. Wow, they really went all out with this figure and like concealing the joints. I'm impressed in that regard. I don't know if other Berserk figures are like that. I don't know if we have any Berserk fans in the chat. I don't think so, because nobody said anything about Berserk yet. But he's still pretty cool. I mean, most people know who Guts is, just because Sigma Boy. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm thoroughly impressed, even though I've broken him 3 times. Is there like a way I can get the... No, I don't think I can store the sword on his back and hold the cape up at the same time. But that's okay. That's fine. Alright, I'm making sure that I'm not blocking chat with my setup here. Alright, let me try to remove the head. Let's get him dripped. Let's see how well this drip... I mean, the drip feels good. I'm not really too concerned about that. But let's just see. Woo! Actually, let's get him with a different head. Let's mix and match. So I was told the only, like, big flaw with this figure is that this head is kind of... Or not this head, but this helmet is kind of messed up in the sense that, like, and I guess they just didn't test this. The helmet guard should go over his nose, right? Like, I didn't really know this until, like, seeing a review of the figure, and I guess it came with a warning or something. I should check to see if mine has a warning. I might be on the instruction booklet, but anyway, I can't get the head inside of here. Here, you guys can stare at headless Guts while I try to do this. But you're supposed to get the helmet guard over his nose. And, yeah, I guess they sculpted it in a way where you can't do that. They said, no, you're not allowed. Speaking of no, you're not allowed, I can't even get this face in the socket without, like, really squishing it in there. This is embarrassing. Alright, guys, I'm looking at instructions on how to play with the toy. Make sure I'm doing this correctly. Choose and attach interchangeable face part for helmet. Yeah, notice how it doesn't go over his nose. But I think it's supposed to. So that's kind of weird. Either way. How do I get this in there? I might need hot water because it's like... Wait. Hold on, I'm cooking. No, I'm not. I'm not cooking. I can't get this in tutu. I may have fried the entire stream and I haven't even opened fully opened the first toy yet. Wait, did I get it in? Okay, I got it in. That was really difficult. Hopefully that gets easier. I don't even know if it's in all the way yet. It's really, like, malleable. Like, squishy. So it genuinely freaks me out when I try to, like... Oh, it looks like this one doesn't have that issue. The mask goes over the nose. It's supposed to go more than that? I don't want him, like, blinded by the helmet. How's this supposed to do? How's this supposed to do? No, yeah, it does go over the nose. Okay, so mine doesn't have the QC issue. I guess some of the guts, they had figures where the helmet didn't go over the nose. Hence, in the review I watched. But this one doesn't have that issue, so that's pretty sick. And yeah, I think I'll have this figure displayed with the helmet on often, because if I do ever get the like not flashback version of Guts, the Black Swordsman, I guess is what they call him, I might just keep this guy with the helmet on, because Black Swordsman never really wears a helmet like this. He has a helmet, but it's not like this one. Okay. Am I not able to put the freaking head on? There we go. Dude, okay, I was glazing this figure, and then it got really difficult out of nowhere. But we're back. Holy crap. Alright, so this is pretty neat. You can take his knife, and you can actually slip it into his hee-haw. I said you could slip it into his hee-haw. Why isn't it going in? Why am I calling it a hee-haw? That's the real question. Does this come off? No. Great. Dude, instructions, help me! What? Why is it match mounting shape? Dude, what? The flip! Alright, we're just gonna kill him real quick. I think I need hot water for this, genuinely. Oh wait, it just says the hilt. But this isn't coming off. Oh. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh. That's because there's a separate piece. I thought the knife actually goes in. Dang, why couldn't they get the knife? That sucks. Okay. So it's a hilt. I see. Like, it's a separate piece. Oh no, the helmet. It went under his nose. I want it over his nose, sir. There we go. Okay, so it seems like this figure, it's good, but it's a bit of a diva, you know? You gotta give it some work. You gotta give it some love. It almost feels like a third-party figure when you open it out the box. Like, it doesn't feel great, but it has potential to grow. That's how I felt when I got my Tonson Art Toys Trunks action figure, which is my favorite action figure in my collection, mind you. I opened him up, and I was like, wow, this guy is rough, but he looks really cool. So you gotta kind of, like, you know, break him in, like almost like a new pair of shoes. Unless you're a weirdo who never, you know, wears their new pair of shoes. Then I don't know what to tell you. Alright, are these hands gonna cause me any pain? No. Alright, sounds good. Maybe they will. These joints are scaring me a little bit. Oh my god. Dude, these are so tight. These are tight, sir. Why? I've seen like 3 reviews on this figure. Why does nobody talk about this? Alright, there we go. Holy crap! Wow. And the hand's not even in all the way. Yeah, so when this stream is over, I'm getting my hot water. And I'm giving this guy a bath. Because this is insane. This is pretty cool, the gut sword. I might use this for a video. Like just the sword. Yeah, that was really hard to do. I don't typically need hot water for my Figuarts. But this guy is just stiffy whiffy over here. And I don't know what to do. So, yeah, it's kind of annoying. But, hey man, at least he isn't broken. That's one above the other Guts figures so far. And he can hold his sword. Oh, is this kickback again? Did the songs loop? Yeah, wow, I didn't even realize that. It's a 20-second loop, or 20-minute loop. Dude, stream's been going on for 20 minutes, and I can't even get this guy's other hand in? Please. Benjamin Netanyahu! Please don't make me get off my fat freaking butt to get hot water. Alright, there we go. Thank you, Benjamin Netanyahu! I didn't have to get off my fat ass to get a new cup of water so I can heat up this action figure. Alright, let's get him in a fire pose, shall we? Scared away all my viewers because I name dropped the big Yahoo. Because that's how it works. Alright, let's get this. Alright, now that we got all the parts equipped, I'm not going to touch this figure for the rest of the stream. Because a lot like Jonathan Joestar, this figure took too long to learn how to play with. So that's great. Sorry, y'all. It's okay, though. It's so you guys know, you know, that this figure is hard to play with. What's up, Naya? Welcome back. Yo, what's up, Golden Hollows? What is that said hi thing? Am I, like, missing out on a trend the youth has started without me? Dude, what the John is up with his arm? Alright, so as you can see, there's a little ball joint where this little sucker is supposed to go. I can't figure out how I'm supposed to do it. Here's a reference. It's supposed to go down. Okay, that's what I thought. Nope. What the freak? This is why nobody watches these streams, because it's just autistic man torture for 2 hours. Alright, it's on. It's a button on the YouTube chat when you join. It's a button that said set. It says said hi. Really? But that's not grammatically correct. That's so weird. I thought that was like a meme or something, because that doesn't sound... Alright, this shoulder pad's gonna get annoying. That might have to be a super glue, John. But be careful, kids. Super gluing your figures is permanent. Wow, this is awesome. It says say hi. So when you press it, it just says hi? What? That's so weird. So it's a button that says say hi, and then when you press it, it says hi. What? That is so weird to me. Alright, I think I'm gonna keep him in a pose like this. Dude! Yes! I'm ready to feel it by David. Alright, let's not get crazy here. We're about to get crazy, dude. I'm about to get Sukuna, and I'm gonna make him twerk all over the screen because I can't get Guts' shoulder pad to click on. Okay. I'm not gonna touch that shoulder. I'm not gonna do it. It is not worth it. Okay, this is pretty cool though. He's not leaning on anything. This is just him in his primal stance. The sword's touching the ground though. I'm trying to like utilize the ab crunch without Oh, I liked what I had before. Why did I mess it up? Guys, why didn't you tell me to stop while I was ahead? Alright. I think I'm gonna keep him like that. Say hi in the live chat is what it says. So it just says said hi. Oh! Like Golden Hollows 1 said hi. I just got it. Wow. See, the whole time I'm used to reading chats without saying the name out loud. Wow, my mind is blown. Thank you for explaining that to me, Golden Hollows, because I was like trying to wrap my head around that for a good 10 minutes. Because I was like, why does it say just send hi? Or said hi? But now I'm reading it in congruence with your name, and I'm like, oh frick, it's supposed to be Golden Hollow said hi, Naya said hi, blah, blah, blah. I understand it now. Wow. That was a mind blown. I haven't had my mind blown like that since 1907, dude. That really got me turning into the thinker. That's really stupid though, because most people who read YouTube chats never read the username out loud, so that was tripping me up, but now I understand it. So if someone does it again, I know what to say. Yeah, I know you asked it. I completely ignored your question during all of that. Is Berserk good? Yes. Guts is one of my favorite anime manga characters. I think I ranked my top 10 on myanimelist.com. And my favorite is Jiraiya, and Guts is like number 5 or something. So, Guts is awesome. And he's really, I really like what he represents. I think, like, the indomitable human spirit. And I like Berserk. I haven't finished reading all of it. I mean, it's not done, but I haven't caught up on reading it. And that is because it's kind of a lot to take in. Not it doesn't like depress me. If anything, it does the opposite. It like changes my life for the better. But it's a lot of material, and I kind of want to like soak it in. I like reading probably 12 chapters a month. So like a chapter every couple of days. Thank you for the hearts, whoever's doing that. I like reading like a chapter every couple of days on average, just because they're so rich with story. I want to like, you know, it's like when you get like a food you really like, and you have like a lot of it, but you don't want to eat it all. Like, let's say you have 7 days worth of food. Like, I could probably finish Berserk in 7 days or less if I locked in from where I'm at. I'm on like chapter 270. Heck, probably 3 days. Let's say you got 3 days worth of food that you really enjoy. For some people, that might be Chick-fil-A or whatever. Maybe let's make it a little bit healthier. Let's say it's like your favorite restaurant you like to go out to eat. You get 3 days worth of that food. It's already ready. It's ready for you. Like it's there. Are you going to eat it for 3 days straight? Or are you going to like piece it out over the course of like a couple months where you eat this meal every so often? That's kind of how I feel about Berserk. Like it's really good. But I don't want to spoil myself, you know? I go at a decent pace. So now let's go on to Goku. Unless, so we have Goku. We don't have much left. We have Goku, Iron Man, and Will Metaphor. So I think we're going to do Goku. Because every time I ask for a viewer suggestion, I get nothing. So, yeah, we're going to do Goku. I did have Goku effects parts and a new... like the Super Saiyan Aura Wave, but I opened those off camera because I don't think there was much to show with opening those, because it's very much like, hey, here it is, and you know, that's it. Okay, so I don't know which side of the box to open. I guess I'll just open from this one. I don't know, this one's weird because it doesn't have a freaking, like, preview. Yo, what's up? Mew. Jeez, how many yo's you gonna give me, dude? Alright. Let's see. Goku! Now, hopefully this is a figure I know how to play with. Not like Guts, who we spent 30 minutes on. That was very fun. Alright. Let's see. Anything in the instructions that's worth noting. Remove the head, put on the pole. The tail plugs into his butt. Yeah, I think I'm good. Dude, Mew, you keep spamming yo in my chat. I'm gonna time you out, Buster. Yeah, alright. Let's see. Okay. This guy's excited. That was a lot of yos. Alright. Here's Goku. Some people were complaining about this figure, and they were saying the Daima one was better, or because he's smaller. Maybe not the Daima one. Maybe it was the GT. I'm not really too sure. But I saw him in the store, and I was like, it's Kid Goku. I only really want, like, one of these anyway. I don't really care. He was $35 or so. Maybe a little cheaper. I don't think it was more than that, though. Alright, so let's see. Is the head easily removable? I hope so. Yeah, he's got that stupid ball peg neck that most Goku figures have. Might need to look at the instructions. I'm really scared I'm gonna break his neck. Okay. Give me a minute. I'm gonna get hot water. I should have done this before the stream. Alright. I got scorching hot water for Kid Goku's massively sized head. Hopefully this fits. It does fit, just barely. Alright, sweet. So I'm gonna have his head cook in the water. And hopefully not spill it on my phone, because that would suck. What's up, Tricky Mushu? It's a good profile picture. I mess with that. That's good. Alright. Also don't know if I'm saying your name right. Oh. Is that how the head's supposed to come out? I didn't think so, because how am I supposed to install this? This is the windswept. Dang it, dude. Am I going to have to look at the instructions? I said I wasn't going to do that. Close enough? Okay, sounds good. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. It explains it right here. You're not supposed to take out the ball. You're supposed to take out the thing attached to the black. This is why we read the instructions, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so this can stay on the head. Oh, well now I gotta get it back on. Dude. Sometimes I just love the way I think. Alright, so that's Goku. That's it. That's the review. It's Goku! We're gonna leave him like that for the rest of the stream. Can you imagine? There he is! It's Goku! We're done! I can move on! Yeah. Alright, that's pretty cool. Here, let's get him. So, yeah, so Kid Goku's got a big ol' head. His head is massive. I have the Saiyan raised on Earth parts. Here's Goku. We're gonna leave him there for a sec. Because, I mean, actually, we're gonna leave him like that the entire stream. Here, I'm gonna make Goku pissed off as well. Let me just get a little comparison. Alright, so actually, when you read the toy instructions, this actually isn't that hard. Look how big the head is. Goku had a big noggin when he was a boy. He bumped his head. Probably more than one. I know he bumped his head canonically, but I don't think that was the only time, guys. I think there may have been... Oh, that's bad. I think there may have been a couple of instances where Goku had an oopsie. Hitting his head, perhaps. But... Dang it! What the freak? There we go. Yeah, I had to get it in all the way. Because I forgot how to play with my toys. Alright. Let's not get too freaky. It's too early for this. Alright, here's Goku. We're gonna make him mad because I'm channeling my inner Bulk and Rage as an Agarthan male. Let's get his face in there. Yes! No! It's not what I wanted. Alright. This is, the past couple, like, toy streams have probably been the most frustration I've shared on stream in a while. I don't typically get this heated over toys. I just usually give up when it gets this hard. But this is just content. Like, I don't know how to explain this. I'm dunking this in the hot water so it'll be easier to put on. Like, I don't know if it's because I bought these toys from Japan and they just come with issues I'm not used to, or what. Maybe, I don't know. So I think this is on a ball peg, which gives it pretty decent movement. Yeah. No, that's good. So let's look. So single joint arms. That's single joint range for you. How far do they move in? Oh, they move in really well. People are dogging this figure? This figure's sick. Alright. So, Ab Crunch is kind of like how the 4.0 Goku. which I saw today at one of the stores for $38. And I was like, you know what? That might not be bad. But then I saw Spider Criminals Top 10 2025, and he said that figure can completely fall apart on you, like it's a dang Mayfet. Ooh, that's great range for single joint. Yeah, I saw that the new Goku, the Super Saiyan one, you know, the one on that new body, I just told that, like, you know, might just break on you. Like, you might pay $38 for a figure just to break on you. Welcome back, Mew. Alright, dude. GG's. Have fun in the lobby. Alright, I timed him out for a day. He's just gonna spam the same 3 messages. Alright, that's pretty cool. It's a good ankle rocker. I think he's back. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, this is a pretty neat guy. I like this. This is nice. Yeah, so let me get the Stick of Destiny. So let's remove the windswept. Let's remove. I don't know how to. It's not coming out, guys. Guys. There we go. Probably should have installed this idiot. So, we have our complete Goku figure. And this is not difficult to play with at all. I think I've just been spoiled, honestly. I've bought so many toys before going to Japan that were easy to play with. Now I'm getting toys that are hard to play with. And I'm depressed about it. So this is Goku. I'm leaving him like this for the rest of the stream. Just kidding. What's up, Shadow Collectors? Hello. Yeah, how's it going? On this beautiful Saturday night. I almost said Friday. I'm gate. I'm tired. It's been a day. I woke up at 7 a.m. It's very unlike me, but, you know. You gotta do what you gotta do. It's probably the first Saturday in like forever I've woken up at sunrise. It is kind of nuts. I can't remember the last one I've done that for. Alright. So, Kid Goku has a couple of hands and the Stick of Destiny. He's the Stick of Destiny, which is also a big selling point in the figure. This will look pretty good with my Big Boy Goku. So, yeah, this figure has been very, very exotic in the sense of play. So, I'm going to hope swapping the hands is not too difficult. So far, so good. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, it's difficult. Yay! People get to watch me cry. You're my favorite YouTuber? Thank you, Shadow. You're about to watch your favorite YouTuber cry live. SHF Toji is amazing. That's what I'm saying. Did you watch my review? I glazed the crap out of that guy. He's definitely making the top 10 action figures. He might make number 1, honestly, unless some crazy stuff comes out later this year. I mean, there's a couple things I'm really looking forward to, but honestly, I don't see many figures currently slated for this year beating him. Mainly figure arts. Like, even though I love Yuta, I don't know if that SHF Yuta is gonna beat Toji. It's freaking Toji, dude. I don't know if it can. Ido, do you think I should make Saiyan armor Goku? Yeah, what do you plan to do with that? Like, you're gonna get the Trunks 2.0 and then the Goku head and then just put the... I mean, I could probably do that Kit Bash because I have both those figures. I think it's a pretty good one. If you're a big fan of the Cell Saga and when he trained in the Saiyan armor, I don't know if that was the only time he wore it, but that's the one that came to my mind just now. Alright. Just got new stuff? Heck yeah. SHF Blue Vegeta, that's a good one. I have that too. Do you know how to fix loose joints? I have a Silver Wolverine, but its legs and shoulders are very unstable. I'm glad you asked. I just made a short about fixing loose joints. I'm going to send it in the chat. Because I get asked this a lot. Not just on stream, but like just in general, I get asked this in toy communities and servers. People are always going to me like, how do you fix loose action figure joints? Just sent the link. That's how I fix it. That's how I fix all my problems with loose joints. If you watch that short and you're still confused, I can give a more thorough explanation on stream, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, that diaper piece looks a little fried. But otherwise, this is a pretty neat figure. I think I'd give him like an 8 or 9. I don't think it was very much. Honestly, a 9 might be more sufficient. Yeah, so this is pretty sick. Two anime goats right here. And it's cool too, because this is how they looked at the start of their respective series. I mean, Guts, it was a little bit different because the Golden Age was technically like a flashback, but it's still really cool to see two iconic anime characters side by side like this. Like at their start in their stories. I think that's really cool. So, yeah, that's awesome. I realized I didn't put the tail on Goku, or I left it off, but I'm just going to leave it off for right now. I mean, yeah. You'll watch a BRB. I'm going to get Yuji SHF. Nice. I haven't seen Dragon Ball yet. The pacing is painful. OG Dragon Ball or Z? Because here's the thing. I mentioned this on a previous live stream. I think Dragon Ball Z, not the original Dragon Ball. The original Dragon Ball is just a different show. So its pacing is slow, but that's because like it doesn't have to be fast. The OG Dragon Ball is like a comedy. Almost. I forgot I already seen the video. Okay, well. This is the stuff. Buy it. That's what I recommend. Yeah. OG Dragon Ball's fine. Dragon Ball Z pacing's really bad. I was talking about it in chat. Some people were talking about One Piece pacing, and I was like, you know what? I think Dragon Ball Z is the worst paced anime of all time. I think it's worse than One Piece. And if you watch Dragon Ball Z, you'd know, like, once you start getting to the big sagas, like the Frieza saga, Goku fights Frieza for, like, 15 episodes before hitting Super Saiyan, or some stupid crap like that. They fight a long time. Yeah, you were there for that, Golden Hollows? Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, so you remember my whole spiel on it. Yeah, but Dragon Ball Z Kai, haven't watched it. I wanted to watch Dragon Ball Z before watching Z Kai because I wanted the authentic experience. And also some of the voice acting in the originals, you know, they change it. So, like Vegeta doesn't sound the same. And, you know, Kid Gohan is voiced by Luffy. It's kind of weird, but it's okay. For people who aren't serious about Dragon Ball and just kind of want to see what it is about, I would probably recommend Z Kai. That seems to be the best. That's what one of my friends was talking about watching Dragon Ball because he liked the characters. I was like, you should watch Dragon Ball Z Kai because I already know you don't have the attention span for Dragon Ball Z. So, yeah, that's my spiel. I'm getting a bunch of T13s. Yuji, Gojo, and a Sukuna. That's sick. Here, let me grab mine. People always ask to see these figures on stream, and honestly, I think every time I go live from here on out, I'm just gonna have them here, because Sukuna is the mascot of my channel, and he probably will be. Just because, like, when I started collecting action figures and I started this channel, Yuji and Gojo were some of the first ever action figures I ever bought. Like, they were, like, I think number 10 and 11. I think. I was really on the fence about getting them, because I was like, I only collect Naruto, I only collect Dragon Ball. Do I expand my horizons with JJK? And I did, and I'm so glad I did, because these guys are worth so much more money now. But they're also really great figures. And I made Sukuna the mascot on my channel because JJK is just, like, one of the best anime I've ever seen. It's phenomenal. It's beautiful. It's a great show. Even though I've read the manga, I'm not a fan of what happens later. So, you know, it's just like the whole, like, JJK and action figures have become so intertwined for me. Like, I can't not talk about action figures without having these guys present somehow, just because they have a big influence on how I started here. Are they making a Sentenced to be a Hero line? I don't know what you mean by that. Gege got a bit lazy in the end. Oh, he did not get a little bit lazy. He said, nah, I don't want to do this anymore. And he wrote a not great ending. But I don't know. I still really like it. Even though it ended the way it did, like, it's still, I still think the ride, the journey, like, it wasn't about the destination, it was about the journey. And the journey of JJK, reading it was beautiful. The show, the anime is still ongoing, and it's still beautiful. I'm here for the ride, okay? I'm not here for the destination. Let's not talk about the ending. I'm here for the ride. The ride is beautiful. It is one of the best animated anything I've ever seen. It's so great. Modular's ending wasn't great either. It wasn't. I read it shortly after that stream. Someone mentioned it. It might have been you. I didn't like it. Who's the best JJK character? I'm glad you asked. I don't have a figure of them. It's Yuta. Yeah, I love Yuta, dude. And it's crazy how many people bully him online. He's so good. He's the best character. Maki's good too. She's probably in my top 5. I like Todo. Todo's also great. I regret not getting the Todo figure. So I bought all 3 of these guys in 2023 before the prices of them skyrocketed. Wow, so this figure right here, this is almost 5 years old. This is turning 5, I think, in May. I can't believe this Yuji figure's 5 years old. Not only does he cost a lot of money, but he's still great compared to other SHFs. Yeah, so I remember they came out with Todo and he retailed at $88. I was like, $88 for a JJK action figure? I'll just wait for the price to go down. It never went down. So I don't super regret that, but I think about that sometimes. I don't really regret not buying an action figure for a crap ton of money, because I was able to, I just saved the money. I don't know. What I do regret, though, is spending aftermarket prices, but I just don't do that. I would rather just wait. Collecting action figures, you get rewarded with patience. Like, if you don't, like, for instance, look at Mezco Doom. Mezco Doom just got reissued. I'm super glad I didn't spend $300 on a scalper upseller, aftermarket price. Now I just get, the community rewards patience. Like, look at Yuji. Like, yeah, you could get this Yuji figure for $100, but, they came out with the one in black. The most recent release, that one's not going to be over $100. And honestly, I kind of like the look of that figure more, even though I think this fits more iconic. They're definitely going to reissue this Yuji. I have no doubt in my mind. So be patient, y'all. If you can help it, don't pay aftermarket prices. Do not support these scalpers and their endeavors. They are ruining the hobby. And that's my rant. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Yuta's great, but I like Yuji. That's fair. I used to hate Yuji. Before the Shibuya incident, I hated Yuji. But no, he's great now. He's awesome. SH Figuarts are so expensive. Yeah, they are now. It's not even... It's mostly... It's partly tariffs, but honestly, a lot of it is scalpers. Because, here's the thing. Before action figures kind of blew up in 2024 and beyond... I mean, they kind of blew up in the year I started collecting as well. But really, 2024 and beyond, you used to get so many great deals. Like, Figuarts marked down 50, 60, 70%. I remember I bought Imperfect Cell for $40. And he just is getting reissued for like 75 or something. Or even more. I would not pay that much for Imperfect Cell. 40 was a steal. I regret that I just started watching JJK about a month or two ago. Dang. You missed, like, everything, dude. I mean, to be fair, my friend just started watching it last week, so I can't even say anything. I have my ways of getting them for cheaper, though. Okay, well, listen. If you're okay with the price, that's all you, dude. But, my internet go out? No? Okay, my internet said no for some reason. I'm a stingy guy. I'm a stingy MF, right? So, yeah, I know it lagged. Am I back or am I still dead? I'm a stingy guy. So, I do not like paying. Thank you. Okay, thank you for letting me know, y'all. I'm a stingy guy. I would not pay 100-ish for these figures. People, like, I see people on shorts, these performative, stupid action figure collectors. I'm trying not to be mean, but, like, the videos they make they're probably not stupid. The videos they make are stupid. They take these figures, like, is this worth $200? No. Of course it's not. This figure is not worth $200. It retailed for $80. And even then, that was a lot of money for this guy. I got this guy on a 2-for-1 discount back in the big 2023. So that's my excuse. But, no. Aftermarket prices are never worth it. That's why you call them aftermarket. Don't feed into the scalping BS. Just don't. It's stupid. If you want to, if you're okay with it, more power to you. But if you're, like, stressing or, like, feeling uneasy about a purchase because it's so much money, don't do it. I know that because I've been there. I don't think I've fallen for a big scalp trap before. I'm trying to look at my action figures and see. I usually only buy stuff if it's at retail, if it's slightly above retail, or if it's way cheaper. The only figure I've bought that was, like, slightly above retail to recent memory was Super Brew, and he's getting reissued for around the same price. So. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever been, like, scalped massively. I bought Mafex Wolverine for, like, $110. But that was Big Bad Price Store's price. So, what should I get for my next SHF? What series? I'll ask you what series you're really into. Because I'm really into JJK and JoJo's. So every figure I buy from here on out is either going to be from JJK or JoJo's. With a couple exceptions. Like One Piece, like Chopper and whatnot. Is SHF Sukuna worth it? I just want to rant. It depends how much. So the main reason, I really like Sukuna, and at the time I bought this figure, Sukuna was my favorite character. The reason I bought this figure, though, is so I could swap the parts with this. Without this figure is kind of poopy. So that's my answer. Yuji for 80 is not bad, though. If you're talking about this Yuji for 80 is a steal. If you're getting the other Yuji, I mean, I think that's what he retails for. JoJo's the best anime manga ever? On God. No, it's definitely up there for me. I think Naruto's my favorite, but JoJo's is really good too. For me, it's Dragon Ball and JJK, but I'll get One Piece and stuff like that. Alright, sounds good. What's up, Steven Gamer? W profile picture. Dragon Ball and JJK. What should you get for your next SHF? Do you want something that's out now, or do you want something that's like, do you mind a pre-order? Because Dragon Ball just got a great amount of reissues. There's that Broly, that Super Buu, and I have both of those. So, yeah, they're pretty sick. I guess it depends on how much you want to wait. JJK's not bad, though, too. If you're really wanting to get something that you're afraid is going to sell out, you should get JJK. You should try to prioritize that. Because JJK figures will sell out. I'm pretty sure Toji's already off of Big Bad Toy Store. Don't fact check me on that. I don't know if it's true. But I'm pretty sure he's already gone. So I would prioritize JJK over everything. And that's, like, what I kind of don't understand about some action figure collectors, where they, like, complain about, like, oh, I didn't get this figure this year because I'm not made of money. And I'm like, dude, you literally prioritize your own action figure budget. Like, for instance, Spider Criminal was like, oh, I didn't get LPZZ Batman. I'm like, dude, you bought SH Figure Arts Ochaku Uaraka. If you didn't buy that, you could have bought freaking, you know... You could have bought the other Batman. You are in control of your own action figure budget. And I understand some things will pop up after you've already spent all your money. I get that. I've been there. Like, you've spent your budget for the month, and then, oh, look, this figure comes out. That's why, number one, you got to undershot your budget for when moments like that do happen. You got to have an emergency toy fund for when your Grail gets reissued and you have no money. But secondly, like, you're in control of your budget. Don't act like somebody else chose all these toys for you. You know, you chose to buy these things. It's your fault you didn't get the toy on time because you spent your money on other stuff. Yeah, that's my spiel, or a little rant. I don't know. I don't know if that stuff doesn't really matter, but I think it's interesting to hear people like that complain in the toy community. Speedwagon's my goat. On God. Do I have Toji? Yeah, I do. I have a review on him. I'll grab him in a moment, though. BRB, I think earring fuse. I don't know what that means. Alright, let's look at Iron Man. So, I bought this figure, even though he's based on the MCU, and I don't collect movie figures. I bought this figure because there does not exist a good comic book Iron Man figure. And I stand on that hill. I hate all of them. I don't hate all of them. I strongly dislike every comic book Iron Man figure. And it's not because they're necessarily... Okay, so this kind of sucks. He doesn't have much armor. But the reason why isn't because I hate... It's not like all the figures are bad. I just don't like how Iron Man in the 80s looked. I like Iron Man Extremis, which was the influence for this, but there's not a good Iron Man Extremis figure. There's the two Hasbro ones. They both suck. So, you know. I was like, well, I'm in the store. I see Iron Man. His articulation's not the best, but honestly, most Iron Man figures do not move as well as this guy. So I don't care. Yeah, like, he doesn't really have... I mean, you can see his foot. He does not have toe pivot. He barely even has toe bend. But who cares? It's freaking Iron Man. He looks goated. He's pretty good scale. I don't know. I think he'll look good next to, like, my Max Series Hulk, which, by the way, is super overhated. He's a big guy. Of course, Hulk's going to be like $50. Dragon Ball Fusion. What about it? Welcome back, Golden Hollows. Dragon Ball Fusion. The card game? The card game. I don't even know what I'm looking at. What is that? What do you mean? What are you saying? I was gonna grab Toji. Sorry, Steven. So... it took a lot of effort to get him into this pose, so I'm not going to play with him. If you want to see me play with Toji, watch the review. That's my shameless plug. But, yeah, this, I talked about getting the bendy wire chain. It was $5 on eBay. Super worth it. Makes the figure sexy as Freak Bob. And he's goated, so... yeah. Toji's great. That's the SHF I will get? Okay. Not bad, I guess. I think I know the character you're talking about. Alright, so sweet. This is Iron Man. I've been not really swapping out any of his parts. He comes with these little back tees. He has an instruction booklet. Okay, good, because I don't know what I'm doing. I used to have a bootleg of an SHF Iron Man, so I think I know what I'm doing here. Warning, delicate. Same on the other side. Alright, so what I'm hearing is I'm not going to touch that. Increase the range of articulation by drawing out the shoulder base. It's kind of a non-functioning butterfly joint, though. This is kind of my problem with a lot of Iron Man figures, is that, like, they don't really have butterfly joints. And this guy's no exception. But I think that's fine. It's whatever. Is this the flap that comes out? Yeah. Alright, so there's that. And then, okay, so there's letters. Okay, good, because otherwise I wouldn't know what I'm doing. Oh, it says these are delicate. These are fine. You could probably do without them too, but it's this neat. I guess you maybe see that with other Iron Man figures. The picture that I have in my profile. Okay, yeah, I'm familiar. Do the elbows move? Like here? Yeah, they got double bends. If you mean like the actual elbow iron part, no. That seems to be sculpted in. The double joint. So, yeah, that's... Here, let's look at some of the blast effects. I do have some blast effects already that are, like, in blue from the bootleg. So, you know, give them, like, little pulse cannon here, like some Marvel Rivals content. At one point, I wanted to, like, make a Marvel Rivals collection. Or, like, just buy a bunch of Marvel figures based on the Rivals roster. But the roster got big, and I just don't really like the game anymore. The game's kind of butt. It's filled with gooners, and it's not fun to play anymore. Maybe it's just the sweats. I couldn't tell you. Yeah, so Iron Man has these weird ball joints that aren't ball joints. Yeah, he doesn't have ball joints. They're just stubs. It's pretty unique, I can't lie. So he has two types of open hands. Ones that, you know, one's with the peg and one's without. I gotta go, goodbye. Alright, see you later, Trixie. Hope you have a good rest of your night. I'm gonna try to get this guy posed without breaking him. Yeah, so I've messed around with an Iron Man figure pretty similar to this. But this guy looks good. I'm glad I got this one. Even though he's not the most articulated, he has a decent accessory spread. Like, that's all I need my Iron Man to do. And he looks freaking goated. He looks beautiful. Yes. All right, let's see if we can get a nice... little... Woo! There goes the flap. Oh no, that wasn't his flap. That was his dang shoulder. Dang, why did they engineer the shoulder like that? Okay. That took a little bit of effort. Wait, no! No! I lost one of his back flaps. Oh, it's in my lap. Okay, well... I'm scared and tired, so I'm just gonna leave the back flaps off for right now. Hope I remember to equip them later. I mean, this is pretty cool. It's not... like, honestly, movement for this guy is probably a 1. And I know that's kind of harsh, but, like, it feels kind of stiffy. I guess that might make him accurate, but, like, there's absolutely no give to his ankles. But, I don't know. He looks freaking goated, though. This is easily a 2 out of 2 on appearance. Posability, I would say a 1 out of 2. What's your favorite figure? I'll show you. I love this question. This guy, for some, is a lot of people's grails. If I was about to lose all my action figures and I could only grab one, it'd be this guy. Tonson Art Toys Trunks. Love him! Only have this one. I know they made a couple other versions. I'm good. I love this one. This one's great. He didn't come with this cloth jacket. I took it upon myself to buy one because it makes the figure look so much better. I love this figure. He's probably... I've collected toys for 3 years. This guy's been my favorite almost 2 years in a row. I think. When did I get this guy? Almost 2 years. Maybe. Either way, it's been a while. I got this guy in 2024, so 2025 he was my favorite, and 2026 right now he's my favorite. So that should tell you a lot. Yeah. You need this one? Dude, this guy's goated. There's a couple other versions. There's like the Trunks with the long hair from the BoJack movie and stuff. Just whichever one you like. This is just perfect. I will never need another Trunks figure. Like, I've seen other Trunks figures. I do have another Trunks figure I bought before this one. It's the $35 one. But this one's beautiful. I will glaze this figure until I die. But yeah, he's great. And, you know, Toji's great too. Toji's probably in my top 10 toys as well. I don't know. I need to do another top 10. My top 10 of the year changes quite frequently. Like, I think Sasuke and Itachi were in my top 10 last year. I think Itachi's still there. I don't know about Sasuke. Yeah. Welcome back, Tutu. My favorite figure is probably SHF Gear 5 Luffy. That one is really good. I have that. That was in my top 10 in 2025. So, this is what I do. This is because I started collecting in the middle of 2023. I've always collected toys, but specifically imports. The Dragon Ball SHF line, I started mid-2023. Every year, in the middle of the year, I do a toy collection, and I do a top 10 in the entire collection. I upload it to YouTube Shorts. If you're curious, you can look at the last ones I did. But, yeah, Trunks was my number 1 last year. He's probably going to be my number 1 this year, unless something changes in the next 3 months. Trunks is awesome. Toji might be on my top 10 for the whole collection. He's definitely in the top 10 for 2026. Maybe the whole collection this year. I'm not sure, because I usually put Yuji in there. There's Yuji's by himself. And the reason I put Yuji in there instead of Sukuna is because I said this earlier. I mostly only bought Sukuna so I could swap the parts with Yuji. Otherwise, I don't really like that figure too much. If, at all. I don't really like it. It's not my cup of... no, it's not that he's not my cup of tea, it's just that I don't really care about shirtless Sukuna. If it was Sukuna in his robe, okay, I can see that. Sukuna shirtless twice, and then, you never see him like that again. So it's a little weird. You wanna know something I like about my favorite figure, my second favorite, Yeah, what's up? C-Team, what's something you like about it? Ooh, my phone is saying help me. I need to get this John plugged in. How should I charge it? Alright, I'll just hold it for a little bit. Hope that works. I was talking to my figure dealer. Oh, okay. The guy's selling you the dang JJK figures. Your figure dealer. I gotta get me one of those. I guess I don't. I have a Mercari page. I get some of my... I gotta get a couple of rare finds on Mercari. I recommend that site. It's pretty neat. Yeah. Ooh, my phone is warm and toasty. I like that it's an unreleased one. I custom made the Toji body with the adult Gojo head. And then all parts or demo, you can get perfect background stuff or accessories. Interesting. So like a Shinjuku Shodown Gojo? That's pretty unique. I've seen a couple of those. It's a contradicting statement, but you can ignore that. Yeah, that Iron Man is really cool. That's probably one of the coolest looking action figures I have in my collection. Like, just to see. Do I have any other, really shiny figures like that? I don't know. I don't think so. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, Shinjuku Gojo. That's pretty nice. I definitely rate 9.5, not even because I made it. It's just that cool. I'm getting Goku and Vegeta fusion earrings. Okay, nice.
Usually getting a
there's an ad!
is too good to be true.
Dang it. Freaking YouTube. Alright, let me get a different lo-fi. Since I'm talking about JJK, I'll get JJK lo-fi. Shinjuku should be 2 or 3 movies. Ooh, that would be interesting. A movie format for the Shinjuku Showdown. I could definitely see that. I don't know, though. I could see it. I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of how Demon Slayer's doing the movies right now. But they're also not done, so I guess we'll see. We will have to share. I think the movies is kind of bad in the sense that you have to wait every 2 years. It's kind of annoying, but... You know, Gojo should really come back to life as a zombie in the Modulo series. Yeah, I'm good. Kenny versus Takaba is the best JJK fight. I love that fight. I was talking about that fight earlier today, actually. That fight's so goated. It is... I love that Kenjaku is fighting Takaba, and at some, like, midway through the point, he's like, he's dying laughing. He's like, at this point, if I keep this up, I'm going to die. And I think that's just one of my favorite bits from the whole series. What's up, Troy? Alright, I'm gonna try to open the last figure while my phone is charging. Hopefully we don't run into any issues. So this was the last figure I picked up on my Japan trip. I don't think many of you know what this is because... I need to make sure we don't get any jump scares. Here. John Metaphor. Why did you knock my phone down? Alright, so I haven't actually started Metaphor. Call me a LARPer. But... Dude, Guts, you and your big sword need to get out of my toy's way. I haven't started Metaphor yet, but this was the last pickup I got in Japan. Specifically because I'm gonna start it. And it was $30. Don't forget that. Yeah, one of my friends told me this game is better than Persona. And I was like, I don't believe you. So I'm gonna play it. And I'm gonna let her know if she's right or wrong. I don't know if she said it was better than Persona, but she said it was really good. So, yeah. Dang, dude. This guy was only $30. He's still gift wrapped. I thought this figure was used. I can't believe I scored on this guy. He looks pretty cool. Looks kind of emo. But, I don't know. Let's see what he got. I got a life-size soul split katana. Holy freak, Bob. That's pretty sick. I want to get more, like, props from anime and stuff. Like, I saw a Toji and Bird Spear of Heaven at GameStop. I was like, wow. That is wonderful. Wow, this is pretty cool. He's got pretty decent movement. His forward articulation kind of sucks ass. Back is not bad. The arm movement's not awful. Wow, dude. Guys, you know what I realized? I hit my 100 action figure mark while I was in Japan. I went from 90 figures at home to then coming back with 103. Like, I gained 13 figures in Japan. And you know what's sad? I don't know who my 100th figure was. Because I bought so many. If I had to actually guess, and this might be completely wrong, I think my 100th action figure was Gabimaru from Hell's Paradise. And I don't think that's a bad one. But I don't know who my 100th figure was. I was going to, like, do a hype video where I was like, guys, my 100th action figure, it's so special to me. And I don't know who it is. So, yeah. It's awesome. It's great. Yes. Wow. No, it's fine. It's cool. But yeah, big 100. Kind of a crazy milestone. It could have been way before Gabimaru, because there's some action figures I have that I either just like don't count as action figures or how do I explain it? Like I have a graveyard. That's where I keep the bootleg Iron Man because I can't really use that figure. He's kind of poopy. So it may have been honestly before Japan. Singletary knees. That's booty cheeks. Good toe pivot though. This is looking like a 1.5 on articulation. Maybe a 2. I could see a potential 2. Damn, I'm getting spoiled by the box here. He's like riding his sword. Alright, so this is pretty cool. You can put the sword in the sheath. Or you can have him hold it. Why does he have 2? Is it so he can stand on one of them? Oh no, it's so he can peg into his back. Wait, is that actually what's for? Why can it... Why does it peg into his back if he also has a holster? Does anyone play this game? Does anyone know? I don't think so. I don't know what poses to put this guy in yet. Because I haven't played the game because I'm a LARPer. So I'm just going to have him be a happy little guy. Because I don't know what to do with this. I'm going to do an Easter live stream. If you want, you can watch. Cool. So on Easter, you're going to go live? That's sick. My phone is dying. My stream keeps lagging because my phone is dying. My phone's at 7%. Why did the whole head come off like this? That is atrocious. I have to cut stream before I finish playing with this toy because my phone is saying help. Once my phone's on 5%, I'm going to wrap it up because... I don't know, my phone doesn't want to live. It wants to say goodbye. I'm going to sleep. Frankly, I'm very tired too, so I could use a good nap. But I need to shower. Can't be greasy in the bed. No! Yeah, Easter stream though, this should be fun. This should be cool. So I tried to get the head off, and it gave me... Yeah, it said no. Is this how he looked before his scarf came off? Rewind on the stream. No, it wasn't. Oh, I see. Dang it. Yeah, I've seriously never had this amount of issues with action figures ever until coming back from Japan. So either I lost a lot of brain cells on my travel, which is very likely, or these toys are just built different. Getting 10 figures for Easter. Wow, dude, that is sick. I remember I even get like eggs and stuff for Easter at some point. Are these him both smiling? Alright, sounds good. I used to get like plushies and stuff for Easter because I'm not really a big candy eater. I actually was a big candy eater when I was a child, and it got so bad. I got a lot of cavities, so my parents were like, okay, let's not give him candy anymore. So, yeah. They gave me, like, plushies and a couple toys. Like, I was, like, 12-ish. Yeah, I've done a couple of egg hunts, though, in my time. Egg hunts are pretty cool. I always end up finding eggs like months after. It's always interesting, you know? Mostly JJK. Nice, dude. JJK figures for Easter. That's pretty cool. Comes with this splayed out hand, but only for one hand. That's kind of weird. Whatever. Yeah, accessory department, this guy's not great. I think I'm going to do my rating of this figure before I play the game, because I don't want to be biased. He does have a stand. That's not common for a lot of figure arts. I wonder why that is. But yeah, he has a stand. I guess I can whip out the stand real quick. No, not a JoJo stand. He has a figure stand. Yeah, I'm excited to play Metaphor. I need to beat a couple of other figure. I forgot to talk. I need to beat a couple of other games though, specifically Fallout New Vegas. I actually know if I can beat that one. That one's going to take a really long time. And also Jedi Fallen Order. Very good game. I wish I started that years prior. It's fun. It's good. I'm just reading the instruction book here. There is nothing of... Okay, so the sword with the peg on it is so he can stand on it. That makes more sense. That's cool. John Metaphor. Sources tell me his name is Will. I'm excited. I'm not a big fantasy guy, so I feel like whether I enjoy the game or not, it might be a little iffy. But we'll see. We will figure that out together. But I love Persona. Persona 4, awesome. Persona 5, awesome. Don't ask me which one I like more. I don't have an answer. It's really hard. The games are so similar and so different at the same time. It's a phenomenon. I can't explain it. Yes, Persona 4 has better characters. Yes, Persona 5 has better gameplay. That's to be expected, though, in their respective genres. Mostly JJK, 1 SHFs, and a bunch of T13s. What's up with those T13s? Are those like the Unk Vals, or is that different? Because I'm not too familiar. I've heard a lot of people hype those up, but I've never bought one because I think they're really expensive, right? They're third party, but they're not cheap. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Yeah, so this John Metaphor guy actually gets a stand. Isn't that quacking crazy? Out of all the figures we opened today, it's the guy who can actually stand up who gets a figure stand. What's up with that? Isn't that strange? I think that's a little weird. Here, this guy could be the most unhappy person on the planet, but today we're making him smile and hold his little tote bag. 20 for official, honestly below 10 for fake. Really? Oh, this is Titan 13, that's right. Yeah. I've seen the FNAF ones are pretty cool. FNAF ones honestly look better than the Jazzwares. I know people are hyping up those Jazzwares ones, but those just look like kiddie toys. I can't. They need to do the official line. I saw the Star... I remember seeing the Star Platinum. Some people are going to get that to go with the SHF Jotaro. I was like, it's not a bad idea. Yeah, they do look cool. I'm getting the JJK ones. Nice. I was thinking about getting the Rika, as well as the Maharaga, because I don't think SHF will ever do those. And even if they did, they would be $1 million. So that's why I was thinking about getting the T13 Rika and Maharaga. And also maybe more. I'm trying to think if there's any other JJK characters I want to get in that. Ugh, I can't think of any. John Metaphor. Yes, we like him. He's our favorite. I still need to play Metaphor. I'll get there. So yeah, so that was... Wow, my phone is cooking. This Johnson is hot. Yeah, so that was all the Japan figures. That was... Wow, dude. That was a journey. That was a lot of toys. Now I gotta add all these to my action figure list. It's just a lot. There's a lot of toys, sir. You're getting the forearm Sukuna. That's pretty cool. That one looked good. The T13 forearm Sukuna. Gojo Yuji. Okay, that's not bad. Dude, I'm sleepy. I've been awake for 15 hours. Tell him I won't call him that. Okay. Alright. John Metaphor. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a nice stream. Dude, I gotta go to bed. I'm sorry, y'all. Alright, yeah, I don't know the next time I'll go live is. That's English. Maybe when I get the Jotaro and Yuji in the mail. Although I'll be a bit late to talk about Yuji because I have to wait on Jotaro. But we will see with that. So I'll make another community post next time I go live. And they'll stop being as random as these. So, yeah. Thank you guys. You don't need context to say it. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna go to bed. So, have a good rest of your Saturday night, y'all. I will see y'all in the next short live stream video, whatever I decide to do. This is Reeferino signing out for the night. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.